Hello, ladies and gents. So this week in grammar, it's all about negativity. This is the week where we talk about negatives and how to form the negative in English. So in the English language. So our first lesson that we're going to do talks about how to make contractions with not. And so let's go ahead and I'm going to share my screen so that you can see my paper. And here we go. I'm going to move it over here a little bit. Oh, it's zoomed out as much as it's going to zoom out. Huh. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. So we're going to talk about making contractions with not. We've talked about contractions. We talked about them earlier on in the year. So we know that a contraction is a shortened version of a word. So a negative is a word that makes a sentence mean no. A negative contraction is made with a verb and the negative word not. An apostrophe takes the place of the letter O in each contraction with not. So here's an example. Esther isn't at home, so this means is not, but she may be at the hat shop. So we are using, they make a sentence mean no when we have negative words, and a negative contraction is made with a verb and the negative word not. And it's kind of important to know that the contraction takes the place, or the apostrophe takes the place of the letter O, right? So what word is a contraction made with a verb and the negative word not? Well, it is a negative contraction, right? Write the contraction for the underlined word or words in each sentence. So these are not too difficult, and most of you are familiar with negative contractions. So we are going to put on a little bit of Jeopardy music. We're going to do 1 through 4 together. And then I can't find my Jeopardy music. Hang on just a second. Uh-oh. It started playing the news that I listen to every night. Oh my goodness. Jeopardy theme song. Here we go. So we're going to do the first few together, and we'll probably do 1 through 4, and then you guys are going to do the rest on your own. So here we go. There are not any blue hats in the window today. So the contraction for this would be aren't. So we're going to write are, and then an N, and then an apostrophe instead of the O, and a T. Aren't. All right, let's look at number 2. This hat does not have a ribbon. So we're going to write doesn't. So we write does, and then we start to write not, but instead of the O, we're putting an apostrophe. So we have doesn't. This is where we're going to stop off. That small cowboy hat will not fit Mr. Fox's head. So you can't say willn't. So weirdly enough, the way that you say will not is won't. I know that makes no sense, but that's the correct answer because you can't say willn't. It's too hard to say that. So somehow it just became won't over time. And I know it looks weird. It's like, whoa, not. But that's what it looks like. There were not many customers today. So that one is pretty typical. We're going to write were, and then we'll write not, but we'll get rid of the O. and write an apostrophe. All right, so I'm going to put on some Jeopardy music. I have it all queued up for you. And so you're going to work on 5 through 8. And then what you can do is skip ahead on the video and you can look and see what the answers are and check your work. Oops, I meant to stop it. It just kept going. All right, so let's look at number 5 and double check your work. The seamstress cannot find her sewing needle. So cannot is really going to become can't. So it's C-A-N apostrophe T. Please do not sit on my hat. That one becomes don't. D-O-N apostrophe T. Miss Kelly did not buy the hat with red stripes. So we're going to say didn't on that one. Esther had not made a hat this large before. So had not is going to become hadn't. Had, and then N apostrophe T. All right. So hopefully that was not too difficult for you. Contractions are just simplified forms of 2 words squishing together and becoming 1 word. All right. Thanks for joining me. And I will see you later.